Hey, we're at CandyMachines.com today, and what we want to show you today is changing out the string on the mini cloth. It's going to be slightly different if you're using if you're on one of our big machines. So this video is specific to the mini, but it's similar to the big claws as well. The main thing that's going to be different on the mini is you could just take this and pull it down. So if you're dealing with something that you still have a string on there, and maybe your string is fraying or you think it's wearing out, then you're just going to pull it down until you get to the end. And then once it's down, you're going to need to pull your gantry cover off. Now on the mini, you've got a screw here, here, and here, and here. They're already removed on this, but that allows you to pull this cover off. Now what you have underneath here, you know, we've got a string to work with, but on the back side of this pulley, there's a hole. And we need to get so I'm using a paper clip to try and get the end of it to come over. And this is how you're gonna wanna do it. Get some tweezers, some small needle nose or something, if the string's still on there, just to get enough slack on there. It is a tight spot. The only other way to do it would be to remove the entire gantry cover or the gantry itself. So if we can easily get this out, we'll do it and avoid having to take that whole gantry out. So just get a hold of it. There we go. Okay, so all we're doing here is, what's that? So if you're replacing your new string, you're gonna have it cut clean. You're gonna get it through that hole and feed it through where you got enough slack. You're actually gonna burn it and put it against something flat and metal and flatten that down. If you tie a knot, it can get too big and get caught on stuff back there. So we'd recommend just kind of burning it. You can see how that's flattened out. And we've never had an issue with doing that. We've been doing it like that for years. But you'll want to thread your string through. You don't need to worry about necessarily winding all this quite yet if you're doing a new string. You will have to get it through here, and we could wind all this later if all that wasn't on there, for example. But what we do want to do again, just having something like a paper clip that allows you to sort of hook it. So if we were to fish it through this hole in the back of that pulley, take the string, we're gonna burn it slightly, put it against like a metal plier or something that's metal. Don't put it against your finger and burn yourself, please. And then once that's firmed up and hardened up, you're gonna allow that to go back down. And it's gonna wrap around this way, the front of it, or to the right side. Then we need to make sure our string is hooked underneath, up and over. And we're gonna go straight down. When we get to our claw side, you got the neck of the claw and the cap that goes on it. There's just 3 screws on here. Use a smaller Phillips head screwdriver. Don't strip them out, and don't over tighten them when you put it back on. But all we're doing here is dropping it through that hole. On the back side of this hole, we have a simple knot that goes in there, and then we'll put that cap back on. It's pretty straightforward to do that. For this video, we're not going to pull that off and go through it, but again, it's just at the end you've got it wrapped through there, coming on the front side, down and under, up and over, and straight down. So if you hang that just naturally, that's how it should go. Down, up, straight down. If you get it kinked or it looks like it's not quite on there right, again, I'll try and give you an example. Sometimes we get pictures of, again, use this paper clip or whatever you can get in there to, you know, if you look like something like that, you know you're not wound up right. So just get it, use the slack that you have on there. Wind it up and around the pulley, straight down. If you want to double check it before you wind it up, that's how it should look. And then once you're good there, you can just power down the machine and back on. That'll trigger it to wind up all the way, and you should be good to go. The larger crane is going to be very similar. You got a little more room to work with on that one, so that makes it nice in that regard. But you can't just pull the claw down either. So what you got to do is kind of play the game. Just drop it straight down into the chute. It's kind of the easiest way to give yourself the slack you need. And once it goes all the way down, just power the machine off on the big cranes. And just having this slack to work with makes all the difference when you're trying to change one of these strings out. So that's a quick overview. If you got any questions, please let us know. But that should give you the basic instruction on how to change the string out on the Mini or really any of our cranes. Thanks.